Hi, besties. So today's download is pretty much love based. You guys will know if this is for you through the title or the downloads in the beginning. Whoever you guys are dealing with, you maybe felt like you had an understanding, or you felt like your energies were merging or becoming one. Whatever breakthrough you guys are about to embark on is one that you did not foresee. And you guys are also going through a heart chakra activation, like you're going through a heart activation, a heart purification. You guys could have recently been praying or forgiving or doing a lot of cleansing, doing a lot of detoxing, and really figuring out how to be more heart centered versus being super fear based. You guys could have been feeling like there was a lot of scarcity around you, or monitoring spirits in regards to scarcity. And there's a lot of justice and karma unfolding in your life, and you are starting to see the bigger picture of where you're going and how to move accordingly. You guys have been detoxing in all areas of your life and coming to certain realizations in every aspect of your life, in regards to family, in regards to relationships, business, or work. And I'm seeing here that you guys are either a light worker or chosen. You either consider yourself a light worker, an empath, or chosen. You feel like your purpose is to enlighten others. You feel like you are one of a kind, and you also feel like you are constantly being thrown curveballs or things out of the blue. And so what you're realizing when all of this is being directed towards you, these curveballs, these plot twists, you're realizing that you truly are the twist in the tail. You are truly unpredictable. You are the wild one. You are the wild card. And as you guys are going through this purification, after going through a lot of doom, going through a lot of chaos, you are realizing that you guys have weathered the storm. You are realizing that you have a better understanding of where you're going, and you don't have to be so scared or fearful wherever you guys are going, or whatever you are moving towards. You have a better grip on the fact that you will be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. There are certain things that you guys used to do 3 to 6 months ago. There was a certain routine, whether it was better sleep, better daily routines, better morning routines, or maybe you were meditating more or praying more. You guys are getting back to that. Okay, you guys are going to be getting back to praying every morning, sleeping more. Maybe you guys are keeping track of your sleep and realizing that like you're not really sleeping that well. And you are also going to be realizing who is going to be by your side for the long haul. Some affirmations for you guys. I am learning to surrender. I am learning to retreat. Everyone I attract makes me a top priority. Everything always works out in my favor. I am incredibly lucky. The wheel of fortune is turning in my favor. My heart is open, and I am being divinely guided. I am taking care of me, and I am loving myself first. I am hired by God, and anything I desire already desires me. Okay, anything that you desire already desires you. You're just going to be getting on the right timeline. You're going to be getting in the right storybook. Okay, there's a storybook and you're realizing, oh my gosh, I've been in the wrong book for however long. This is not my storyline anymore. You guys are evolving. Okay, there's certain partnerships that you are attracting right now, and that is because your energy is shifting and you are ready to purify anything toxic. You are ready to remove anything toxic, or you're having realizations about what is truly toxic. You guys could have been feeling incredibly unlucky the last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And maybe you're looking at the analytics of your life through the lens of what your life has been this past year, and when it was good, when it went bad, what was going on. And so you are getting everything back on track. I'm seeing that there are people that you are realizing that you could have trauma bonded with, people that are in your life that live a lie or misrepresent, people around you that are bringing that doom and gloom, those that gaslight, embellish, have bad time management, love to humiliate you or put you down. You are no longer seeing certain illusions. And anyone around you that has been wearing a false mask, there are certain lessons that you're going to be learning from dealing with anyone with a false mask or misrepresentation of what you thought something was. Okay, let me give you guys an example. If this was at a job, this could have been a job that you were at for a very long time and it served its purpose. The biggest thing that you guys are going to be realizing is that everything that you are purifying has served a purpose. It was not done in vain. It was not done for nothing. It was not done just for whatever. There's certain ways that you guys learn certain lessons, and sometimes they take longer than others. And you guys are having to remove yourself from certain situations or environments to see, okay, this is what it is. I'm not going to look at it as a waste of time. I'm not going to look at it like, oh, I shouldn't have been there, or I shouldn't have done certain things or maneuvered certain way. It was all a part of a divine plan to make you guys realize your worth, to realize your purpose, to realize what you guys are capable of. And yeah, your lucky angel number could be 222 or 333, or you guys could see that often. What else? You're also going to be realizing anything that is a conflict of interest in your life. Okay? Anyone that is telling you something or relationships that you have in business that are a conflict of interest. You're seeing where certain relationships do not work out because of this interest, or you are realizing what certain people's interests are, or really is. You know what I mean? And it's like you're getting these inside secrets to better maneuver, to better navigate. It's a cheat code after a very long period of time because of a certain lesson that you were supposed to learn. So we could literally call that the hamster wheel of you know what, but it was a hamster wheel that you were supposed to be on because of the Saturn lessons, the divine timing of how you guys learn things. And now you are like the inside trader of knowing this is what it is. This is the writing on the wall. This is what it is in black and white. And the Wheel of Fortune, instead of you guys being at the bottom of the Wheel of Fortune, feeling doom, gloom, scarcity, being afraid, having a lot of anxiety, not maneuvering how you guys normally would in a place of positivity, you guys are turning the wheel. But as you guys are turning this wheel, it's like stuck. Okay, the wheel is stuck. It needs to be greased. It needs to be WD-40'd. And you're going to have to put in some sweat to really get the ball rolling. You're going to have to be strategic, on your toes, and constantly planning and thinking about yourself. Whoever I'm speaking to, this is going to be one of the most pivotal moments in your life where you are going to be selfish in certain circumstances. There are certain people that you guys are merging with right now, whether it's in business or in love or with family, and you can feel the bond deepening. And then those that you have trauma bonded with or feel like are more of like a karmic situation, certain contracts are up. Okay, certain contracts are up and you are realizing that. If you guys felt like you were on a twin flame journey, or certain people were mirroring what you were doing, you guys could be realizing that that's not the case. And anyone that you're dealing with that is in fear of commitment or in fear of managing their time committing to you, you guys are going to be walking away. So I don't know if this is an ex that you guys are dealing with, a spouse that you are dealing with, a boyfriend, girlfriend situationship. There are certain people where you fell for their stuff all the time. Okay? You listened. You always gave a helping hand or excuses. And whatever those were, you're realizing that, it's like when you date somebody for a really long time and then you realize, like, why are you trying to make it work? Whoever you guys have been on off with. Okay. For some of you guys, this is an on-off relationship where you're just seeing what it is, because someone is definitely hiding their hand while having their other hand in the cookie jar. Someone is trying to benefit off of you while not giving you the answers, the commitment that you've been asking for. You guys have also been asking certain people to change, and that's not happening. But there are a lot of expectations for you guys and maybe not for certain people in your life. So that is what you're going to be navigating. That is what you guys are going to be contemplating. That is what you guys are going to be figuring out. But God is blessing you with epiphanies, discoveries, and new storylines. Okay, you guys are going to be moving towards a new storyline or uncharted territory. So even though this territory might be familiar to you, you might not have been there in a while. And now you guys are better equipped to handle independence, or to handle being in a relationship, or to handle going into business for yourself, or leaving that job, that toxic job, or walking away from toxic family members. You're also going to be realizing different generational curses, chains that you are breaking, and where they play a role in your life. Crazy. This is like a lot of information. Something that you guys are going to be doing over the course of the next 2 to 4 weeks. You're going to be minding your own business, because there's a lot that you guys are figuring out. There's a lot that you guys are figuring out, and you are taking silent observations. You guys are taking notes. There's a lot of people around you that simply think that they can outsmart you. They just simply think that. I don't know if this is a toxic boss, toxic parent, toxic partner, but you guys are really observing what time it is with certain people in your life. And you're realizing in certain areas where you've had enough. You are realizing in certain areas where maybe things are not as they seem, or you are incompatible, or you are uninterested. There are certain things that maybe you wouldn't necessarily call a trigger, things that you hadn't accepted yet, or things that you haven't accepted yet because you haven't really seen them that way. So again, certain things or behaviors that you thought were being mirrored back to you are not necessarily the case. And so you really couldn't be triggered by it necessarily, because you were disillusioned. As those things are becoming triggers, you guys are going to be confused. You're going to be feeling crazy. It might even make you feel emotional. It might make you feel angry, because it could be taking you back to a place that is really toxic. And you're realizing how much growth you've had, and you might be feeling like time is not on your side. You might be feeling like, well, dang, I've had poor time management, but that is not the case. You are going to be realizing why certain things didn't work out for you, or why certain manifestations didn't come in, because it could have been with the wrong business partner. It could have been at the wrong job. It could have been in the wrong home. Maybe you were wanting to purchase a home. There's a reason why you're not supposed to purchase that home. Maybe there was somebody you thought you were going to marry, and there was a reason why you weren't supposed to marry them. There are certain manifestations that you were waiting on, that you were praying on, and they're bigger manifestations, but you're going to be realizing that divine timing is on your side. You are being brought a new narrative. The Wheel of Fortune is here. So justice, divine timing, karma, judgment is here. Anybody that's been making you feel like an ashtray or kicking you around like a trash can, you're going to retreat. You're going to surrender. I'm getting specifically that you guys deserve love. You are lovable. That is what you are realizing with this heart activation. So affirm it below. I am lovable. I deserve love. You guys have been dealing with a lot of maybe like anxious attachment style. Whatever your attachment style is, you're just becoming very aware of yourself, and you have this radical acceptance for yourself. Some of you guys are taking time apart from things that don't serve you, people that don't serve you. Your life could be affected by children. Your love life could be affected by children. Your business could be affected by children. All of the above could be affected by the following or the lack thereof. You guys are taking time for yourself, and your communication style is going to be changing. So in this evolution that you guys are going through, your communication style is going to be changing. Your mannerisms might be changing. Your verbiage might be changing. You guys have been doing a lot of reading or gathering information because you are more receptive to information at this time. Things that you're realizing about yourself is you are the star, and there's no need to panic or be scared of success. Maybe you guys have started tapping into success, and you're realizing that, oh, I might be somewhat scared of success, or there is a chain or a cycle that needs to be broken with tapping into success. Maybe you are also starting to look around and see that maybe you don't really like your environment. Maybe you don't really like your job, and you're going to be putting certain things and people in place to support this new narrative. You guys are also going to remove anyone trying to ride your coattails, copy paste, not commit. Anyone breadcrumbing you, anyone financially motivated or clout motivated. You also could be realizing that you have dated a type or been around a type of friend. Maybe all of your friends look alike. Maybe all of the people that you've been dating look alike or act alike. Maybe some of the people that you date act like your family members, act like toxic parents. Again, you guys are going through a discovery phase of downloads and epiphanies of how you're going to maneuver into uncharted territory. Loyalty is going to be really big to you right now. Communication is going to be really big. How you pour into yourself and who pours into you. As an empath, as a light worker, as someone that's chosen, you guys are pure of heart. You guys are very generous. And because of that, you guys attract a lot of energy towards you that could be dark just as much as light, but also a lot of darkness that you attract. There are, how do I say this? Whatever is attracted to your light that is draining you or zapping you, you are becoming aware, and not only aware, but unfortunately hyper aware. And that is not for no reason. You are coming to the realization of your power, your divine feminine, your divine masculine, and how you are inspired. As a light worker, as somebody that's always helping others, you guys make a lot of sacrifices. And with those sacrifices, you guys might unfortunately give this unwavering loyalty, depending on where you're at in your path, to clients, customers, friends, family, children. You guys give all of this energy of, I will make the necessary sacrifices. There are certain people in your life that are no longer going to be making the cut because of the sacrifices that they're not willing to make. Say you guys have been dating the same person and it's been on, off, and they just don't want to talk about marriage. They don't want to talk about commitment. You guys are coming to the big aha of, I've made necessary sacrifices to be on this path, and we're not on the same page. It is not me and you against the world. It is me against the world. You are also starting to see that you are on a mission and you are focused on how you are being divinely guided. So a lot of you guys that resonate with this message, you are praying more than ever. You are being guided more than ever. Because your heart is in it. Your heart seeks it, and God knows your heart. God knows you're trying to change your heart, purify it, cleanse, and is going to bring you the spiritual support necessary. So know that you can ask for the spiritual support necessary at any time. At any time you can ask God, oh my gosh, my heart is heavy. I'm angry. Please help me purify my heart. Please help me cleanse my heart. You are being divinely guided. And anytime you feel like you're going in the wrong direction, that will be your protection. Anytime you are dealing with rejection, that will be your protection. So again, you guys are going to be not necessarily hyper-focused, but you're going to be hyper-aware of those that are staying silent on certain things, giving you the cold shoulder, belittling you, fear-mongering you, making you feel some type of way, because of the standards, boundaries, or communication that you have. You guys could have recently gotten dumped or separated, and you are disconnecting from the bullshit. Whoever you guys are dealing with, they could live in the past. They could have a fear of commitment or fear of starting a family. Yeah, I'm getting a lot about toxic relationships. You guys have people around you that are secretly competitive with you, and they're very greedy with your time, your efforts, and your resources. You guys have been going through a battle of your own mind, a battle in your own mind of how you can balance it all. How you can balance helping and doing everything that you do. You guys are going to start lightening your load. And you're going to start doing the opposite of however you've been being monitored. You guys could have just watched my last live stream where we're talking about putting people on standby, putting people on pause. You could have also watched the live stream about you don't do provoked. Whoever is trying to provoke you, you don't have the time to waste, because What you're stepping into is that divine feminine energy of I deserve to receive, instead of just being a giving machine and seeing where like that's not going to be reciprocated. Do you think Oshun or a divine feminine just nags or waits or overdoes or overextends to the point of suffering, to the point of exhaustion, and then nobody around is suffering or exhausted? So you are seeing where people are not making sacrifices, ultimate sacrifices, or just them in general. You are also seeing where you are not willing to wait. It's about finding that ladder to climb, or seeing where people don't want to change, or where they don't even want to meet you halfway. You are going to start loving yourself fearlessly, and that is a big deal. Going from being in a state of fear to loving yourself fearlessly, being proud of your resources, your talents, your abilities, not being terrified of the future, not being terrified of how you're going to get there, not being scared of the unknown. Affirm it below. I face fear with confidence. I face fear with confidence. Anything robbing you of joy, anything robbing you of happiness is messing with your peace. This is like being in a bird cage and not realizing that that door is cracked, that that door is open. It's like the Eight of Swords, having the blindfold on and not realizing that you can get out of it. Not realizing that there's a way out. God is showing you that there's a way. Oh my gosh, you guys, secrets revealed. Not realizing that there is a way out. Devil energy, the enemy wants you to believe that you are in this cage to give you the illusion of being able to fly away. But no, 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 you're really on a string, okay? You're really tied or bound or shackled, and you're not. Secrets are being revealed that are going to assist you. So affirm that below. Secrets are being revealed. I am the twist in the tail. Secrets are being revealed. I am the twist in the tail. There's a lot of behavior that drains you, and it's your own doing, and it's your own behavior, and you are becoming aware of, oh, I do that. I overextend myself. I'm always exhausted. I'm always suffering, and da-da-da-da. You are realizing where you are like that, to where you cannot step into this divine feminine energy if you are always having to be the masculine. You cannot be the divine feminine if you are always having to provide, protect, defend. That has you obviously in masculine energy, because you are the one that's having to take action. Secrets are being revealed. Whoa. So we have shame. Wherever you are feeling this, it could be, oh, I thought this was going to work out. Oh, I thought this was going to be forever. Oh, I thought this was a good business idea. Oh, I thought I was going to love this job. Oh, I thought this was going to be my ride or die or my best friend forever. Whatever shame that is, you're like, I'm not holding on to that. This is not 10 years ago. This is not 5 years ago. This is, I know what time it is and what I have gained from this, what I have learned from this. This is a lot of shadow work. And your inner child healing, as you are protecting your inner child, saying, we're going to be just fine. Teaching your inner child, this is what worth looks like. This is what divine feminine energy looks like. This is what it looks like to be honored, to be respected. Anyone not coming with the respect, it's curtains. There is a harvest here that is trying to come in. And I always tell you guys, but I haven't said this in a while, when we are around the wrong people, we will be energetically blocked. Because if we are willing to give all of the wrong people, whether they're karmics, Decepticons, whatever, if we're always willing to give the wrong people in our lives everything we have, including the shirt off of our back, God is going to stop that. And that is why there are certain things that you've tried to manifest that have not arrived. They have not arrived because you are not supposed to give it to this person, this person, this person, this person. And that could be hard for you to grasp at first, but you are wrapping your mind around it and you are marinating in it. Sometimes when we are around the wrong people, justice cannot penetrate because we are standing in the way. We're like, no, don't touch Bobby Sue. That's my friend. You will be guided to move wherever necessary. And you will be releasing the shame faster than you can blink. Balance is being restored. Order is being restored. The scales are being balanced and order is being restored. God knows our heart. God knows, like, the collective will give. The collective will pay it forward. If I'm doing good, we're all doing good. And God is going to tell you when enough is enough. The divine, the creator, the universe, whoever it is that you pray to, is going to tell you when enough is enough. And that could be where you are the champion, you were the champion, you know what I mean, of certain people, and it's not working out for a reason. You were hitting a block, a buffer. You are realizing that you are tapped out or maxed out on certain things that you can do, certain resources that you are gaining because you are not supposed to disperse it in certain ways or dispense or give out. We have etheric, did I say that word right? Cords. There are cords that maybe you thought, I would never cut that, I would never cut them off, I would never leave them, I would never go without, I would never with whoever. And you're going to be realizing that. You are going to be realizing that your intuition is going through a level up. Your communication is going through a level up. And it's going to seem intense at first because it's like going through a spiritual awakening. You know, when you first go through your spiritual awakening, like, things are just never the same. You don't look at TV the same. You don't look at people the same. You just don't look at it the same. It's that big. It is that big. Where you cannot unsee it. You cannot unsee where you have self-sabotaged. You cannot unsee where other people have sabotaged or played you. You cannot unsee where certain chaos has taken on a life of its own and where you stood in the way to protect, honor, defend, and it was not reciprocated in the same way. Secrets are being revealed. I'm also seeing that there's a rage that you guys are going to be releasing of just being disappointed or let down. There were all these different hats that you had to wear. Instead of just being the divine feminine, instead of thinking that certain things were going to go a certain way, you are realizing that you don't get to just sit there and look pretty. After all the hard work, you have to keep doing and giving and finding and getting resources and gathering. You have to keep going and going and going. So you get exhausted, you put this hat on. You get tired of that and you're exhausted from doing this role, and then you have to put this on, and so on and so on and so forth. You're over it. The divine is over it. So let's see what else, let's see what your guys' advice is. You thinking that that this is all there is? That is not the case. Okay, that is not the case. Yes, you have gifts to share. But the narrative is changing. The book is changing. And how you share those gifts, releasing being a workaholic, releasing putting in investments that are a conflict of interest. You guys are doing a great deal of growing up. And releasing odd jobs, releasing doing so much. Maybe this divine masculine energy of being assertive, defending, protecting has turned into toxic masculine energy because you've grown resentful. You guys have grown resentful or feel unappreciated or undervalued. And so much to the fact where you have to be cautious. This is not in your nature. And I don't mean common sense. I mean just having to be cautious and strategic. You guys don't build things or manifest desire from a place of strategy. That is not the flow. That's not how it flows into your life, and you guys know that. So being in this scarcity or being in this doom, being in this gloom, and having to be cautious and like watching and focused. You're like, what is this? I have to be careful. You guys are at a crossroads. You're done being patient. You are re-evaluating how others prioritize you. You are re-evaluating how others make sacrifices, give, or support you. Yeah, I'm getting conflict. Let me pick this up because that's important. Knowing or finding this out is bringing conflict because you are feeling like you have to make a very important decision and you are seeing that there's more going out than is coming in. And it's because of all that you do. It's because of all that you support. And then you add more and more titles, more and more roles, more and more jobs. And it's just endless. And then you're looking at your sleep and you're like, well, I don't get that. Some of these things could feel unseen. Like they came out of nowhere. And it could seem that way at first. You guys are dealing with your goals fluctuating, your desire fluctuating, your money fluctuating because of this narrative. Anything causing you substantial loss, anything that doesn't risk what you risk, doesn't sacrifice what you sacrifice, doesn't communicate what you communicate, anything not on the same page, anything not on the same wavelength, you guys are undecided. It would be better for you to be angry than for you to be undecided. It would be better for you to be mad as hell than to be neutral, unbothered, minding your own business. You are the twist in the tail. It is important that you guys stay focused and that you stay informed on the shifts that are occurring. It is important that you stay informed to understand what you're seeing, certain limits that are limiting you. You're like, this is limiting me. This was always going to limit me. So what am I doing? You are going to be seeing in this awakening what the world is in black and white. Because you've been seeing it in a very through rosy glasses and realizing that it's been limiting you. We have the right path. Even though it feels like there's been destruction and chaos, you've had to retreat, surrender, and step back. You are on the right path. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. This mistake is exactly where you are supposed to be. Mistakes will be made, but you will learn from them. You are going to bridge the gap between expectations and reality. Literally. It's like whatever was your expectation, borderline being delusional, manifesting, law of attraction, and then bridging the gap between that and reality. You are seeing what the reality of that is. Past mistakes that have left you financially insecure and keeping you stuck, you are not going to repeat those same mistakes. And though you might not see it now, there's something better. Sometimes you guys need to wander or contemplate or visualize or take a step back to understand the clarity that follows. When you stop learning, you stop growing. And when you assume you know it all, it just doesn't work out. And you guys are realizing that you are still the student. You will always be the student. You guys are allowed to ask for help. You are allowed to read, gain more knowledge, explore, pray, and ask God for a better understanding. Pray and ask God to help purify your heart, help lift anger, fear, anxiety, anything that you feel is paralyzing you at this time. Some of you guys are thinking about going back to school, expanding a skill set, or even being a teacher. Okay, your guys' advice, okay, is you are going to get grounded on who you really are. You're going to become grounded in reality and facts on financial changes in your life and how you manage your money. Because your hard work is always going to pay off. You just have the wrong people around you. You guys got other people enjoying the fruits of your labor instead of you truly enjoying that and then nobody else giving a fuck. Your advice. You are the motivator, and you will be grounded in the fact and that reality that you are motivated. Do not get it twisted. Do not get it effed up that people are trying to make you feel like, oh, you're just not doing enough. You guys got people taking too much, okay? Your charm and influence will always help you get ahead. You will want for nothing. It's just the who and what is in your way or dragging you down. You guys are destined to do public speaking, activism, accounting, advising, anything in finance, anything in mentoring, anything in entertainment, musician, dancing, hosting. You are starting to see where you've been doing this too much. Too much juggling. You're done. The Divine Feminine does not juggle. The Empress does not juggle anything. Oshun energy does not juggle anything. God protects and provides. And it's like this Christ consciousness of who is protecting, who is providing. As a Divine Feminine, because you've already been the Divine Masculine for damn near everybody in your life, you are always overgiving, overextending, protecting, providing, and you don't want to play that role. Most of you never wanted that role. And here you are, juggling, preparing, and trying to let go of things that are toxic traits. There is an important toxic trait that you guys are going to be breaking, and that is thinking that you are never busy enough, never doing enough, that you can never sit down, or that you're lazy, or that things aren't just going to get done. If that is a trait that you have or a hat that you've been wearing, you are going to maintain and balance, get a better balance between work and your personal life. So the 4 to 6 months ago, you guys were always writing out a schedule. Guess what? That's what you guys are going to be doing again. You're going to stop overloading yourself, because then you realize you fail to stay on top when you overload. When you guys have a plan of, this is what has worked for me in the past, so this is what I'm going to kind of go back to, but you're just evolving and making that plan even better. So you're done juggling. Oh my gosh, look what was next. The planner. You guys are going to be planning, taking a financial inventory, a love inventory, a business inventory, a family, children, all of the above inventory. And if you guys are list makers, or you guys have a lot of Virgo in your chart or Taurus in your chart, you're getting organized. You're getting it all the way together. You will get the recognition that you guys deserve, the rewards that you deserve. And it is not a part of your path to not be recognized for helping, loving, sharing, caring, or paying it forward. That is not in the stars for whoever I'm speaking to. It's not happening. Do not hesitate to grab the spotlight because it keeps your talents hidden. How are you supposed to explore what your talents are if you are like, oh, well, I grabbed the spotlight, but it made people uncomfortable. And then this person got mad at me. And then I just shriveled up and dim my light again. I just don't want to grab the spotlight again because it just be making people mad. Walk on eggshells for who? Turn down for what? Really? Who's going to want these things, strive for these things more than you? Better than you? It's you, yourself, and the divine. You, yourself, and God. You, yourself, and you. You are no longer going to let others discredit your opinion, whether it's unpopular, discredit your ideas. You're going to be putting yourself through a boot camp. Literally, in this boot camp, you are realizing you have options. In order to get to the doors of opportunities, you are going to be realizing the main key things that need to be a priority in your life. Where are you getting drained? Where are you getting zapped? Where is it being siphoned? Where are you not getting enough of what you need to fill up your cup? Where is your cup constantly being dumped? Is it not working so much? Is it sleeping more? Is it eating more? Is it eating at an earlier time? Is it working less? Is it going on vacation? Is it taking a step back? Is it leaving a job? This is how opportunities are going to become available to you on top of you walking away from who you need to walk away from. It'll have never been easier than it's going to be right now. You guys are spiritually motivated, which brings in finances. You guys have people around you that are financially motivated. You are spiritually motivated, which brings you finances. We have self-made and the past. So last but not least, the past is coming back. Old connections are coming back. And you are going to look at that to understand the future, a lesson, or an old skill. So again, that's confirmation. You're looking back to, I'm getting specifically 4 to 6 months ago, is what you were looking at to see, okay, well, things went well during this time, during this era. What was I doing? How was I sleeping? You guys could be looking at old photos, reading your journal. You're going back to see what is currently holding you back. Were you not dating a certain somebody? Were you not talking to a certain somebody? You will become successful or rich by your own efforts. Many are going to try to tell you, like, I did that. Well, I helped you with that. And that's something that you guys are really going to be just aware of. A lot of realization, a lot of self-awareness, and aware of what's around you. You do not have to be obsessed in order to be successful. And you're going to be realizing where you, I feel like realizing is the word of the day. I feel like I said it so many times, but you're going to be understanding where you are underutilizing your own strengths and advantages. Capiche? All right, you guys, drop your favorite affirmation. Spill the tea. Tell me what's going on. Because I love reading how this resonates with you guys. And that's how we all become family. Because we know each other's narrative and storyline. And there are going to be a lot of other people in the comments that have a similar circumstance. Always affirm what you want in this life. Know that what you desire already desires you. And why we practice affirmation so much is because we are constantly reprogramming our subconscious. When we are little, our subconscious is pressed upon by how we are raised and how we grow up. It is up to us when we are older to break those chains, to break those curses, to break those family issues that don't work for your future. And that's what we're doing here every day, your daily motivation. I love you guys so, so much. Don't forget to smash the you-know-what, hit the bell, duh. And I look forward to speaking to you guys in the comments. Bye, guys.